If there's one thing that we have learned this year, is that the members of a team don't necessarily have to be all in the same place. Apps like Slack and Microsoft Teams prove that there is a space for remote work, and that space doesn't have to be less efficient. But what about Discord? This part Slack, part Skype hybrid has over 14 million daily users. And you know what that means, right? It's time to watch and learn as we give you our own top 5 tips and tricks for Discord. Let's start with something simple, like connectivity. Whether it's listening to music on Spotify, launching a game through Steam, or keeping in touch with your Twitch followers, Discord has you covered. So don't forget to connect all your platforms to Discord in order to take advantage of this inter-platform connectivity. Simply go to User Settings, and under the Connection tab, simply choose the platform that you want to integrate into Discord. Just type in your credentials and you're good to go. Next up, let's clean up this server mess by organizing them into folders. The process is very straightforward and intuitive. Just drag a server on top of another in order to create a folder. You can always add servers to a folder or remove servers from a folder by dragging them in or out. It's just like iOS. Now, let's say that you decided to start your own server and you want to establish a tier list. The first thing you need to do is to assign roles. At its core, a role is a set of permissions that you can bestow upon a user. They can range from admin, which would basically have access to all the permissions, all the way to everyday normal users. So, right-click on your server and then go to Server Settings, Roles. Now, I have a few roles already in place, but I can always add another by clicking the little plus sign to the right of the list label. Once I do this, I can give the new role a name, a color, and select the permissions associated with it. Once I'm happy with it, I just click the Save Changes button at the bottom of the page. And that's roles for you. Another tip that might help you out, and that many people don't know about, is role hierarchy. This is basically the order by which permissions are executed. If we go back to the role page, we can move a role up and down this list, and its permission will only affect the roles below it. This way, you can make sure that even though two roles might have the same permissions, one can still exert power over the other. This is actually pretty useful stuff, as it gives you a lot more flexibility when setting up your server. But what if I told you that there is yet another way to customize the effect of permissions? Channels are grouped into categories, which means that if you want to, you can enable and disable permission support per category, so that the changes are applied to all the channels that belong to that category. This is great if you want to enable some basic permission support across an entire category, and then you can always go and modify each channel's permissions further and customize them to your exact needs. Simply right-click on a category and select Edit Category. Then go to Permissions and choose which permissions are supported on the channels in the category. This way, even though someone's role might allow them a certain set of permissions, they won't be able to use them on the channel unless they are enabled. Hope that wasn't too confusing, but if so, then just rewind, watch it again, and you'll get it eventually. Truth be told, we have only scratched the surface of what Discord can do. There is actually a lot more to unpack here. How about you? Do you have any tips that you want to share? Let me know in the comments. And of course, remember that if you want to learn more about Discord and tech in general, you can always go to windowsreport.com for that error-free tech life, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more relevant tech videos. See you next time.